Welcome to the second installment of Live Strong with Lorenzo. I just wanted to continue our video from last week on the subject of a foundation and one of the key platforms being awareness. In this video, I want to talk about awareness, perception, self-jeopardy, and a little bit about my morning routine. Awareness is so huge in our day-to-day, and I really feel if you can enhance your awareness, your life will be so much better, serene, and more peaceful and happy. Something I really love to live by every day is the Serenity prayer. And I'll say it: God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The other mantra I like to live by, which is huge, is life is 10% what happens to you and 90% the way we handle it. And if you look at those two together and use them in association with each other, if you are able to identify the things you cannot control and you're able to let them go, that helps you deal with that 90% of dealing with things way better. So remember, the things that are out of our control, if that's the 10% that does happen to you, it's 90% the way you handle it. So it's up to you. You have the choice to stop, not act emotionally, and just process life appropriately, the way it should be. Because you'll waste a lot more energy worrying about the things you cannot change and help save the energy for the things you can change. We can change our diet. We can change how much we exercise daily. We can change our sleep. We can change our daily mindset. Now, there's many things in life we can change, but that awareness to be able to separate and really dismantle some of the daily insanity into those compartments of things we cannot change and just have to accept. If we can accept those things gracefully and with peace, it'll be so much better for us. Another thing too is letting go of certain behaviors that don't do us any good. Like I used to be huge into self-pitying behavior, always feeling sorry for myself, feeling bad about, or a sense of lack, what I didn't have, what I wish I had more of. And then there's also the self-jeopardy that once you do start owning things that feel good for you, especially on a regular basis, why do we all of a sudden stop them? The whole point is to have consistency in the things that are do well for us, that feed us. But we need to maintain the consistency in order to see the growth and the long-term benefits. And it's really huge if you can really just stop and just enjoy the day. I really feel like when we have that deeper awareness and perception about just taking it down a notch, we can really seize and own the potential positivity of the upcoming day. I used to always look so far in advance to what was coming up 2 days from now, 3 days from now, a week from now. But it's such a blessing to just stay in the moment and to fully give people your time that you come into contact with on a daily basis, in the moment. You know, really being present for people, not having a 30-second conversation about how are you, blah, 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 but really being there for somebody that maybe needs to talk to you, that maybe you can lift them up and be there for them and really hear what they need to say. So this awareness allows us to slow down and really enjoy life and really cherish moments and, build the gratitude, live in the gratitude, and really feel the love. And if we can just focus on these things, and it takes daily diligence. I'm not saying it's easy, but there's a great saying about being comfortable with the uncomfortable. And the more we do things that are uncomfortable, the more we become comfortable with those things. So if something is out of your comfort zone, like being there for somebody, try little increments of talking to them, of being present for situations and people a little bit more. And then it will grow and continue to blossom. Baby steps. But doing something that we're uncomfortable with takes time and effort and practice. And I've really found the benefit of applying so much of the gym etiquette towards my daily living and being positive. And now my go-to is to go to the love and the gratitude and immediately feel positive. And I push that negativity away. I won't even give it my peace of mind. And one of the things I had mentioned with sleep last week was just our daily mindset being more tranquil, more relaxed. And I'd like to talk about my opening routine in the morning. In the last year, I've made it so that no matter if I have to work in the morning or have classes or whatever, I make sure I have an hour to myself in the morning to serenely enter the day, enter peacefully, and really ready to seize the day. Not flying by the seat of my pants, not coming to exhausted, feeling like I need 3 cups of coffee just to function, but really entering the day fully charged, mentally and physically. And even if I have to work a party at 7 a.m., I'll make sure I get up that extra hour early so I have that morning time to myself to still ease into the day the right way, the peaceful way, the harmonious way. And it sets you up for success, hands down, guaranteed. So I'd really like, if everybody can just practice your daily awareness about really being there for others, about being present. I absolutely feel like today I have no lack in my life whatsoever. And that mindset is priceless. I just truly enjoy and live in the gratitude and thank God for everything that God gives. To conclude today's video with a fun, interesting fact about myself. If you can't already tell, I'm a huge Grateful Dead head. I actually have a live concert going behind me from February 26, 1973. I love live Grateful Dead. Love them. A quick story though. I had seen about 20 Grateful Dead shows up until 1989. I was living in Tucson, Arizona, decided to go to Alpine Valley Music Theater in Madison, Wisconsin to see the Grateful Dead in July of 1989. I got bit so strongly by the bug at these shows, I flipped out. I lost it. I was so in love with the music, in love with the culture. It was just so free and beautiful and loving. And a quick story, very interesting story about this shirt. I saw this shirt at the end of the run, July 19th, the very last night. I had $8 in my pocket and one leftover peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I bargained with the man who was selling the shirt, who had it listed for $25. And I got this shirt 37 years ago for $8 and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And still to this day, it brings back amazing memories. I love the story attached to the shirt. But it was so beautiful to get immersed in their music and really get to see as much of Jerry Garcia as I did before he died in 1995. So the whole point of my story is that it's still something I love. The Grateful Dead on a personal level feeds my soul and my heart profusely. And what I just want to encourage to everybody out there is if you have anything in your life, creatively, music-wise, dance, go for it. Don't squelch it. Don't diminish it. If you love something, go in the direction, especially if it's not self-destructive and it's something you love. And don't let anybody make you feel funny for feeling special about it, because the Grateful Dead will always have a very special place in my heart. And I love to be alone and just listen to live music throughout all their years. So keep on shining, and do what you love and have fun.